So here we are in this first game of today's Reign of Gaming Tournament Season 1 November, and this is the first game of the Group B the group stage for the Group B. So we have two teams. We have on the left Team, if I remember, Team Kite is live, and on the right Team Triple Good. So here is the pick and ban phase. So we have Jana banned by Kitty's. I really need to remember the name by Kitty's Life, and Zillian banned by Triple Good.
Kite's life is the left team.
So you should maybe present yourself a bit, Doom.
Hello, I'm Doomrix, my dude, and yeah, today I'm guest commentating with Force Obscure. Woo! Hello.
Why lag? I'm not lagging.
This is an inside joke from your early stream days.
Yeah, because I was streaming with a too high resolution.
Yeah, we know. I'm just kidding.
So we have the ban Maokai still by Kitty's Life. So they're banning some champions that can be really annoying to play against, with Jana, Maokai, and Jana because she can peel for years and never get cocked, and Maokai because he can be so tanky that it's become unfair. And then we have Kha'Zix banned.
It's really hard to play aggressive against a Jana team. It's so hard to make picks happen or engages.
Well, you can, but it's not easy. I think that the game sound is maybe a bit too loud, so I'm gonna turn it down.
Oh, okay. They banned Rise, which is interesting. I don't think he's that strong anymore, but it seems they still don't want to play against him. So maybe they want to go for some melee top laners with weak early games? Well, let's see.
Yeah, but he got nerfed in the last patch, and that's 40 damage per skill spell, and the end of the game, that's like a really huge difference until he has items. So his lane bully power has been nerfed quite hard, so I think it's possible to deal with Rise if you have enough all-in to just kill him, because it's really squishy. So the first pick is Lucian by Matti Lorenzen, who is a top laner, so he will swap this Lucian. And we have then Lyssin and Morgana taken by Triple Good on the purple side. So
this looks like a really AD heavy team comp for the team Kite.
Yeah, and we have Jarvan and Nasus. They're picking strong champions that are really hard to bully out and that are reliable. They are trying to get a safe team right for now. At least they have 3 safe picks with Gnar, Jarvan, and Lucian that are champions that are hard to put away from the game.
Oh, we might be seeing a Lissandra picked here.
Could be interesting, but I just checked Flock match history a bit before the game, and he has a lot of game with Lissandra, so yes, it will be top lane Lissandra. And then I have a Corki Morgana, really bursty lane with a lot of magic damage, and if a Biding hits, followed by a Sorcerer's Bomb and Gatling Gun, Lucian or his support can get completely wrecked by the damage.
No, I don't think Morgana's that strong in lane actually, but outside of the game, laning phase, they do have a lot of pick potential with Lissandra and Morgana.
She's strong in lane because of her bindings that last for hours and that are really high base damage, 300 base damage at rank 5. That's really huge.
Yeah, why not pick Blitzcrank, who does the same thing?
Yeah, but Blitzcrank, it's maybe I'd say that Blitzcrank it's easier to dodge it because he's melee, you see him coming. And then we have Orianna and Fresh for Kitty's Life, and so Orianna, really good champion, and in the mid lane she does a lot of things. She has a lot of utility. She has a quite good burst, and she has some sustained damage with her passive. So a really reliable champion again. And Fresh, the same thing as a support, maybe one of the most powerful support in this game since its release. So yeah, we can see that Kitty's Life really picked a team with only reliable champions, nothing too early, too defensive. Really champions that are good in every team comp.
This is going to be a Jace mid lane. I'm really curious how this is going to be.
Well, I don't really know a lot about Jace against Orianna matchup, but he could pick a Jace because they already had an AP top, so they are mixing their damage because Corki is dealing heavy mixed damage and magic damage from Lissandra, physical damage from Lee Sin and Jace, and again magic damage from Morgana. So it will be really hard for the tanks of Kitty's life to itemize against them because their damage are so diverse.
Yup, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Kite's life really only has Orianna for the magic damage in their team.
Yeah, there's so a bit of magic damage on the other champions, but nothing that really scales. So yeah, maybe they will stack a bit of armor, but they don't have really heavy tank in triple good. So let's take a look in the runes masteries. Maybe something interesting could be seen. So Gnar, nothing special in there, and in runes. Cooldown reduction on Gnar, no magic resistance against Lissandra, so it will be really squishy. It will be interesting to see that. And Lissandra for runes have magic penetration, ability power per level, ability power, nothing special on this. And masteries should be 2190, yeah. Jarvan.
Oh, it seems like he's running CTR per level.
Yeah, 15% of cooldown reduction at level 18. That's interesting. Because if he just gets 5% from masteries and just Lizard and a Brutalizer, he's at 40%. It's really
To
good.
be honest, I don't really agree with it though. I think flat CTR are better on Jarvan. The deal is, you until level 10, the flat CDR glyphs just give you more benefit. More cooldown reduction means more ultimates and more ganks, which is where
Yeah.
Jarvan shines.
Yes, you're not really a very heavy scaling champion. So Morgana, armor pen, magic pen, ability power, health and armor. No magic resist again, interesting. But they don't have a lot of magic damage. So then 0, 17, 13 on Morgana. Quite tanky. Orianna is running armor per level. Oh, that's a mistake maybe against an AD champion, but I'm not really sure. And armor pen, magic pen, ability power and ability power per level. No magic resistance because she doesn't need. 2109. Then we have Listen, who is running AD armor magic resistance per level. So really something really basic. Nothing special. 2190 compared to the 921 from Jarvan. So Listen will likely be more aggressive than Jarvan will. So then on Lucian, he has AD carry, attack speed, magic resistance, armor, physical damage, so Fred's X-Wing Quints. Yes, really basic runes for AD carry. 2190, nothing special again. Jace. AD armor penetration, lot of armor penetration, 12 armor penetration against an Orianna who doesn't have armor runes, flat armor runes, so he will, if he try to all in early, he will maybe deal a lot of damage to Orianna. 2190. So just take a look at trash, armor per level, gold. Oh, he's using gold per 10 runes. So something.
That's
Yeah,
actually really unusual.
yes, and he has 21 in utility, so he will have a lot of passive gold. But that's something that is uncommon now, and since the beginning of season 4 and the new items, nobody's running. Nobody. It's rare to find people using gold per 10 runes. It became unusual.
Yeah, I think the last season just made this snowball mentality just enter everyone's head. So everyone goes for the best early game runes as possible, so they can snowball and win early. That's why you don't see much GP5, GP10 anymore.
Yeah, and because the new gold items are worth more than what you can get from just these runes and masteries. Because if you get 9 yellow runes for gold and 3 quintessences, you have 7.5 gold per 10. You can have 1.5 from runes, so you can get 9 gold per 10 seconds. Well, that's really huge, but you will prefer stats because it's really easy to snowball on assist rather than just snowballing on to doing
Exactly.
nothing, unless you're
Like
playing a really passive support.
I think if you're like have a favorable matchup, like a melee matchup against Janna or something, then she might be like one of those champions where you can actually run gold runes because she's so safe. But on most supports, especially Thresh who has to go in, I'm not sure about this.
Um, yeah, maybe on Janna, but do you remember it doesn't give any stats for a fight, so you have to play a really passive lane with a really passive ADC too. So it's kind of
I see.
restraining
I
the
mean, it
strength.
can work, but for most supports, I don't think it's a good idea. The pings are going down, and looks like there are no invades going to happen. Or is there? Kite's life is hiding in the bot lane brush. They might go for a blue invade. Still unspotted by the Morgana.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
He flashed the hook.
Yeah, but he had to flash. It's better to waste a flash than just give a first blood. Even if by the first gang timer it will come back. No, I won't say it. Okay, so we just check a look. Oh, we have now starting with Doran Blade and Flask on Oriana. She really was. She really feels the poke from Jace. That's why she started Flask, but she will like maybe the mana region compared to a Doran Ring because this item gives more. So let's see how it will work in the mid lane.
Actually, I think Morgana could have started E, but I guess she didn't want to give up the lane pressure for that and
Yeah,
saved her
I
flash.
can understand. But I mean, anyway, if they push in level at level 1, she will get her level 2 and just get her biding, and it should be alright.
Yep, let's see. I'm expecting Kite's life to shove in the other team.
Okay, so let's see how it works. And let's see the bot lane who they will maybe make a race for the level 2. Because we know the matchup with Thresh and Morgana can go if one of them gets level 2 first. That's a hook or her biding, and the one who gets hit can take a lot of damage and get zoned really hard. Or even sometimes get killed.
Morgana does land the binding for some poke under the Thresh, but now they hit level 2 first, and it seems like Morgana didn't get the EXP from one creep, so she's
Yeah.
still level 1. Not a big deal though. Now she's level 2 as well. And she lands the binding on the Lucian.
He takes a lot some damage, tries to do something, but he can't. So for now, the damage trade is quite really for Corki on Morgana,
Ooh,
and
there's
this
a-
will get lost.
There's a 2v2 going to happen top
Oh,
lane. Let's watch
listen,
it.
go listen, yeah, EQ.
He landed the E.
But Lissandra is coming first, but Jesse is here too for the flash from Jarvan. Lissandra is going in, lands the root, lands the Q, and Jarvan will fall. First blood! Oh, that's really huge for if they could force the flash from Jarvan, get the kill and get the double buff on the top laner. Oh, it will be hard now for Kitty's
This is
life.
going to be really snowbally for Lissandra indeed. Because
yeah.
like her Q spam is really strong, but she has so high mana cost, like 85 mana on her Q. And now she doesn't have to worry about that and can just spam it away.
Well, she can spam everything and push Gnar into, under his turret. Because they're
Exactly.
Jarvan lost all his pressuring power, so now she can push and she does not feel that much.
It seems that Jarvan is going for a recovery build instead. He's building Spirit of the Ancient Golem.
Yes, interesting. He will maybe lack some damage if the game goes a bit too far away from after the early game, but he maybe is doing that because of the ward too. This item give a ward, so maybe he wants to play safe against Listen.
Okay, his smite is down, so he wants to look for a gank right now. Morgana just used her binding.
Yeah, but Jarvan is there. something this will something happen. Miss the hook. Jarvan is patient. He's really
Oh,
patient.
the shield's gone. Yeah, the shield's gone. He can go in.
Yeah.
And there's the flay going down, but he Valkyrie's away.
He took some damage. Corgi took some damage too, but
Nothing major though.
I think the problem is more that Jarvan lost his time in the bot lane, and now he's really behind.
He has smite up, so he's going for clear this golems.
Yeah, Gnar really can't do anything against Lissandra, who has a double buff like that. The only thing he can do is just keep his CS close to
He's still
Lissandra.
outfarming her though.
Well, because when she moved to kill Jarvan, he took a lead of around 10 CS.
But he's forced to TP top now because of the pressure.
No, oh,
Oh, she didn't stop the recall. Oh,
that's sad.
unfortunate.
That's sad. That's sad. I'm just asking to people who are watching it if there is no problem with sound or with drops or anything. Just tell me, and I see if it's good. So Lissandra is going for a secure arm, instant secure arm down to can snowball and maybe get a near Zonias against Gnar, and she can start out training, but none of them use TP to come back into lanes. They just both worked. Okay.
Well, if he didn't use TP here, he would fall even more behind. Because as you can see, the lane is pushing towards the Lissandra side, so
Well,
he would lose a lot of CS if he didn't TP there.
yeah,
And she
actually,
can freeze
the
him.
lane were not pushing at all. They were just gathering again at the middle of the lane as a neutral state. So, if one of them would use TP, it would just be a waste, where they could just work and keep their cooldown to gank, or if they die or anything. So Oriana went back and booked a chalice against Jace and Lucian. If she really wanted mana regen, she should have done 2 runs, because chalice
Yup,
is a
I
kind of
agree with
waste.
this actually. I mean, starting Flask is okay against Jace in my opinion, but Chalice against Lee Sin and Jace, this is not
Well,
very smart.
She can do one, but not now. She's wasting like 500 gold of magic resistance, while she could have got 2 run rings, and it would have helped her for the mana, and I think giving her health to survive Jace burst, and she won't waste stats. So.
It seems that Lissandra is trying to go for roam here.
Well, she already pushed the lane, but she has been spotted by Gnar's ward.
The blue buff is going to come up soon-ish for the blue team.
Yeah.
So maybe they want to contest this, but Lee Sin is not around, he's at his white camp, so this is not going to work.
No,
He's returning to top lane.
they don't need to contest it anyway.
He still has his TP up, so he's really looking to make a play right now. Oh, and bot lane is overextending.
Maybe her hook. No, the shield. No hook for today.
Good reflexes by the Morgana there.
What is interesting is that unless Fresh is maxing his hook first, the cooldown of the Black Shield will be really close to the cooldown of the hook, denying most of Fresh engages.
But you have to know that if he hits it, if he lands it, even against Black Shield he gets reduced cooldown, so it should always be up sooner.
That's true.
Oh, there's going to gank. Is there a gank opportunity top lane? Let's see. Oh, he's getting cornered, but he's just gonna
Yeah.
jump over the wall. And he's gone. What? The flash.
And yeah, the flash again. One flash for one flash, even if
that's
this
okay.
flash was kind of wasted.
It's not a horrible trade though, that's okay.
This brutalizer on Jace gives him a lot of damage, because if I just take a look at Jace, you can see that he already have 22 and 6% of armor penetration, which is a lot.
I'm not sure why Lee Sin decided to take the blue buff for himself though.
Don't know, maybe for XP or
I mean,
to
he
snowball a
he
lead.
wasn't behind or anything. Jarvan's only one level behind, so he
And
caught
listen,
up
is
quite
coming bot
nicely.
lane, maybe something will happen. And Thresh maybe
The
will fall
exhaust
down.
going down onto the
No, see,
corgi.
not. Yes, he will, he will, he will, he will. No, Morgana survived too. Go listen, go. Oh,
Listen,
God.
please.
Listen.
Listen, please.
I
Okay,
mean,
this is-
say, guys.
Okay.
And red buff on Lucian. Goodbye, Corki.
Oh,
No,
he flashes.
really good flash. This was kind of horrible because Corki tried to bait. But Morgana was away and she didn't get her level 6 while the engage the fight started. So the Lucian and Thresh were level 6 but not Morgana. And so they couldn't have a really good fight even if they were quite doing well for one level 5 and a level 6 against two level 6. They could have won it. It was misplayed from them.
It's very important if you're a Lee Sin player and you come into a lane that you know the minion timings. He just got wrecked because there was an incoming minion wave, and even flashed, and then he queued on to the minion wave, and then he got hooked. It was really unfortunate for Lee Sin here.
He went too far. He went too
And
far.
Kite's life also got Dragon, which snowballs the complete team and might actually help his top lane come back.
Or if you like, if we look at the gold of the top lane, Gnar is still 200 gold behind Lissandra.
Yeah, the gold is okay, but he has a slight XP disadvantage right now.
Yeah. But that's because of the kills that Lissandra got. The first blood gave her a lot of money and XP. That's just where the difference is coming from. But on the other lanes, Lee Sin is slightly ahead of Jarvan. Mid lane, Jace is slightly ahead, but the big difference is for the AD carry, because Lucian is already around between 6 and 800 gold, 6 and 700 gold ahead of Corki. That's quite a lot. And 700 gold for
the
Thresh.
insect going down, and there's the 3-man gank, and Orient goes down.
Whoa, that's
Very good insect by the Lee Sin, and he's redeeming himself here.
And then Lissandra was there to catch and Oriana even after her flash. So they made a really good rotation.
As well. He just used his escape, and I think he's going to down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he was thinking there, using his flag like that. And we're getting a lot of pressure on the top turret.
Or they can even take the second mid lane turret.
Yeah, because no one is defending. This is really smart by the...
Yeah, this turret will fall. Oh my god. Even the Kite is live got the dragon, and triple good 2 turrets is really worth it for them, because they also got 2 kills. And this bot lane turret will not fall. So it's really good for them.
They should have rotated mid to defend this actually. And this second turret leads to Tripe to actually get the global gold lead.
Alright, just sorry, I just had to talk. Realize, just take a look at or you have Lissandra who is close to get her Zonya. She will get it soon after maybe a few waves of minions. Then after that she could engage really often just with her A. Ultimate, Zonia's just being interrogatable for a really long time, like 2 seconds on the ultimate if I remember. 2.5 seconds and 2.5 from the Zonia's if I remember too, so she can be interrogatable for 5 seconds. That's really huge. And that's how she could engage and then follow. Lee Sin can follow in sec or even engage first. And there is Lee Sin coming for the counter angle. Lee Sin gets wrecked by Lee Sin, he will fall, and while Thresh is getting caught in Jarvan's ultimate, 1 kill already for Lee Sin, 2 kills for Lee Sin, and maybe the kill on Jarvan for Koki. No, just got
Jace
it!
snipes the kill.
Oh, that counter gank made by Lee Sin and Jace was so good. They were here at the perfect time to counter the engage made by Thresh and Lucian. So that's 3 kills for nothing. Completely worth it.
And mid lane is getting pressured, and Jace is looking for roam. I think blue buff might be coming up soon for the blue team, so maybe they want to contest that.
Yeah, and we have the dragons coming in less than 2 minutes now. I think that this time the dragon will go to triple good because there's a control flash air ultimate from Lissandra. Jace is coming for the
But
draw
he's
first
out
point
of
flash.
mana.
Uh,
Oh,
he
the
survived
Hexblink is
because of
just
the
saved his life.
X-Drinker,
Jace
and
is gonna
Jace
go
will
down
die.
here. But he does go 1-for-1 and they get an assist, so it's still worth it, I guess.
It's still worth it? No, because of the shutdown. The
Oh yeah,
shutdown.
I didn't see that.
The
That's actually a
shutdown
good
gave
point.
more kills than 1 kill and one
But
assist.
they're gonna get the top turret for this, so it is worth it in
Yeah.
the end. Nar
Mm.
does have TP though, so he might be looking for a dragon roam here.
Both Lissandra and Gnar should go for Dragon now because it's respawned in 1 minute and the team who got the Dragon can, if the red team get the Dragons, they can really get a huge lead on over the blue team because they will have around 5,000 gold, 5,000 more gold than the blue team will. So
Yeah,
if you-
but Lucian is a lot stronger than Corki right now. He doesn't even have his Triforce finished, while
Yeah.
Lucian already has Eye Edge, so I think they can actually contest this dragon.
they can, but even though an Infinity Edge is good, but only if you're using attacks. But against a team with Corki and Jace who can just poke you over and over, an Infinity Edge can't do
Well,
anything
they
against
can't
that.
force it, obviously, but they could contest it if the blue team is gonna do it. Yeah, the EQ combo of Jace just hurts. It wrecks health bars at this level.
Or because look at his armor penetration. Last Whisper, Brutalizer, and you have armor penetration runes. So he has a lot of armor penetration. He already have.
Oh, Lee Sin getting caught,
Oh,
and he wall jumps away. Jarvan
He
follows
is
up
not
with
dying.
the ultimate, gets ulted away by Lee Sin, and Corki cleans up the Jarvan.
oh, Jarvan is 0-4 now. His game is over. He just an EQ machine now. He can't do anything else. They're just providing a bit of crowd control. So just Dragon will go to triple good. Dragon secured, no contest possible after the death of Jarvan.
It seems that blue team didn't want to overcommit onto Lee Sin, but Jarvan did. So there was a sort of a miscommunication there.
Well, Jarvan expected to have enough damage to kill Lee Sin, but he doesn't. He has no damage on his item. He just built tank.
Unless his team follows up, he can't really do much by himself.
Well, he has not. Now he's so behind that he doesn't have enough damage to kill anything, and he doesn't have enough tankiness to tank alone. So the only thing he can do is press all his key and expect that his team will have enough damage to burst the target down. And now we have a Trinity Frost on Corki. Trinity Frost and Sorcerer's Boots. So
Yep, they did get Dragon, and he got a kill on the Lucian, so that just snowballed him pretty hard.
yeah, this is really huge because now we can say that. And Corki have a lot of bursts with these two items. If he can just is Morgana lands abiding and he follows with a Sorcerer's Bomb, one auto attack, and a missile, and one other auto attack, he can kill someone. If he even have the luck to have a crit, it's
Yeah, Corki is really strong once he finishes Trinity Force.
yeah, he got a really huge power spike from this item.
And level 11 is another huge power spike coming in. As you can see, he's already level 10, and he wants to farm for that level 11. He even gets solo EXP.
Well, that's why he's bot lane now.
Lee Sin is donating the blue buff over to Jace.
I think
Lissandra is almost out of mana. She's probably going to save for something. Yeah, she saves for a needlessly large mod, probably.
Maybe he. No, he doesn't. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he just pushing and waiting to get an item depending on what the enemy team is building. But he should.
Oh, they're going to contest this blue buff, I guess.
And and she was
Oh,
dead.
another
She
beautiful
didn't have a
catch on
flash.
the Orianna.
That the binding just. Are you seen how fast she died from Corki and Morgana? Just
I think
one
they're
binding.
going to rotate top for this tier 2 turret. They can siege now.
Or Kitty's Life has nothing to defend that. They have no long range burst or long range wave clear. Because the only champion who could do that is Orianna, but she's dead. And even though she doesn't have a lot of damage yet. Oh my god!
Thresh
Oh,
just gets raped. Wow, he just
just
over and died.
he got destroyed under his own turret. He couldn't move because of the binding, and he just got burst down by all the damage the Triple could already have.
It's very unfortunate for the blue team because Nara's mega form was coming up.
Or even if he could engage, he doesn't have enough damage alone. He's maybe tanky, but it's just what he could do now. He doesn't have enough CC to block the triple good team, and he doesn't have enough damage to kill them.
Yeah, Team Tripe has really strong sieging with Corki and Jace. It's a really well thought out team comp.
Is that Tripe good or triple good?
Tripe good is the right team, and the left team is.
No, I mean their name. Is that triple or tripe?
I think it's Tripe. That's how I would pronounce it, but I have no idea what it means.
Well, same for me. I'm not sure about which one it is.
We can also just call them Doritos. That's also a good name.
You're really stupid. Oh, look at the amount of wards that the red team has. One pink ward and 3 wards on Lissandra. She has 3 wards. And Sidestone on Listen, pink ward on Jace, Sidestone on Morgana. So they really want to take the map control now, because they will just invade the one side of the jungle, purge the turrets, get an inhibitor, and maybe get Baron and end the game. And now they're really snowballing, and there's not that much that blue team can do except waiting for them to make a mistake. Oh, the goal difference is really huge now.
It looks like Team Tribe is probably going to set up some vision control over Baron soon-ish.
Well, they don't even need Baron now. They can just siege somewhere while keeping the pressure on another lane, and you can
Yeah,
just
that's
win.
actually a good point. Like Jace's early mid-game sieging is ridiculous. It's really strong.
And they have, as you have already seen, they have really huge engage power with Lissandra and Morgana, and even Listen in sex. So oh, flash from Orianna. No, he failed her.
What is Jarvan doing? He's just taking
Well,
some damage here.
he can't do anything. Jarvan is too behind now.
He only has one item finished. He's really far behind. While Lee Sin has a side stone and almost a Bormox. What's this going to be?
Maybe he's going for Banshees and Randuins, and just getting components there and there to get some fast stats and just build where he needs after. And Dragon is respawning now.
Actually, I think Lee Sin could just go Randuins and ignore the Orianna because she's behind and she's the only real magic damage of their team. So he doesn't really need the magic resistance.
Oh, yeah, he could do that, yes. It just depends on his guard, and I don't know, maybe he would just upgrade his Sidestone into a Ruby Sidestone to have more wards and to jump more often.
Yeah, I don't
No.
like a Ruby Sidestone that much. I think other items are better than that.
Well, the Ruby Sidestone could just use a buff and give more HP, or just give something else.
Exactly. Like it's not getting upgraded on supports for a good reason.
Well, you just pay for 800 gold for just 100, no, for 250 health, and for a bit of one more ward on you. So yeah, you could use a buff. I had a message from the laptop saying that the battery was low.
Oh,
So,
the Kite's live team is responding really slowly for this siege on the mid lane. Like
Well,
Lucian just recalled, and there's a lot
Ignore
of
is
damage going down.
far away, but they can't really do anything. We just get poked, and they can't engage, because if they do, they lose the fight, and they can't counter poke. They just have to wait for a
Lucian-
stupid dive or anything.
Jarvan taking a lot of poke, he's forced to EQ out, and this is the inhib turret going down, uncontested. And now it's really difficult for blue team to do anything, so they're gonna take this inhib as well.
Yeah, they really can't do anything. They can't fight, they can't wave clear, they can't poke, they're helpless now.
Maybe they should send someone to split push or something? I don't
Well,
know.
they can't because pretty much everybody in the red team can 1v1 who they want.
Yeah, they are really far behind at this point.
The only one who could survive a 1v1 maybe Lucian against maybe Lucian against Morgana, same for Gnar, but then they can't stand any 1v1.
Our red team is recalling. A lot of them are recalling from the gold they got from this inhib. So this could potentially have been an opportunity for the blue team to rush Baron and just YOLO it, because they are slowly getting pushed out of the game.
Yeah, but I think they will go for Baron. Even if they don't need Baron. They could just go bot lane or top lane, just siege again, take a second inhibitor, and the game is won. If they just do that, they win. If they go for Baron, they can win too, but it's something that can cause them time if they got countered or the Baron is getting stolen.
I was talking about Kite's life maybe rushing the Baron. I'm aware that...
No, they don't have the damage for it. They really can't.
Well, Lucian is pretty strong.
Well, not strong enough, because Jarvan has nothing. Gnar is...
Gnar has percent damage on his W.
He can a bit, but not enough. Orianna has no damage, Thresh has no damage, so they really can't do the Baron now. If they do, it will take them so much time that Tripe good could just push another lane or come and counter. Oh,
Lucian just getting destroyed by the catch comp.
Well, there's nothing he could have done. Just ultimate from Lissandra is stunned, then the EQ from Jace just killed half of his HP in one hit.
The armor penetration runes doing work for this Jace.
Yeah.
I actually see this argument a lot. Ooh,
just one EQ on Orianna, half HP. They can stun Jace. So. That's really insane now.
Jace's early game damage, base damage on his EQ is really high, but it does fall off late game. So it's a good idea to just run max armor penetration to really snowball the lead. And late game he has his like Infinity Edge and his W burst. It's really insane. I think Jace is really underrated.
Maybe the trap in preparation. Maybe something will happen. Oh, binding. Morgana is going in. She's engaging. Jace is coming. Blast down. But Morgana's first.
Exhaust going down on
nothing
the
happened. Somebody died. Jarvan dies.
Over the wall. Mercury is away from the Orianna combo.
They were trying to get something, but they went a bit too far away.
Gnar is almost transforming. Can he do it?
No, sadly he can't. He will just get kited now that he's in the Mega Gnar fall. Maybe listen, we get Orianna. Will he? No, fail Q. Oh, he's getting destroyed by Orianna's basic attacks. And he dies.
Q's over and he dies.
Oh, Gnar got the kill on
Gnar
Jace.
Does get the kill onto the Jace.
Oh, clearly all this fight was good for Kitty's life. Tripe made the mistake because it took some damage from the Baron, and then they made a really bad engage by sending Morgana in front line where she's not tanky. She doesn't even have a Zhonya's.
Well, they did get, they relieved some pressure off themselves with this play, but unfortunately, the map is still like super pressured from bot lane. So this, the purple team can just bait the Baron, and if they decide to come, they lose their base, and they can just stall and poke all day.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, they have a mid lane inhibitor coming up now. So this relieves some pressure. And maybe they
Yeah,
can get the dragon that is spawning right now.
but they can just go mid again and get the inhibitor for the second time and just let the two wave push and get Sun go top lane and end the game. Can we pause for 1 minute? Why? What's wrong? Because they have. Okay.
Okay, there's a pause.
What's wrong? Why do they pause? Uh, anyway. I just want to check the. Oh, that's Tripe and not Triple. Okay.
Yeah,
Just.
let's read Twitch chat.
So don't say anything interesting. Forgot about them.
Wow. Wow. The disrespect.
Oh.
Disrespect obscure.
Yeah. No ghostery, no pleasery, no cheatery, no. And then the game restarts. Yeah.
Yeah, they do get the dragon, and they have a complete vision over Baron area, so this is no risk for the red team.
Well, it's not like if Kite is good, could do anything for this Baron. They can take it, as I told you. They don't have enough damage to do it without seeing some of their peers or the players die, or just to see the Tripe go. Tripe or Tripe, I don't know. Tripe good team coming and contesting it.
Jace does have his Muramana now, so he's really strong with auto attacks now as well. Jarvan misses EQ.
I think one of the problem of the Tripe good team now is that they don't have. They can engage with Lissandra or with a binding, but it's not that kind of hard engage that works if they they don't flank. If they don't flank, it's easy to see them coming and just dodge out or
Yeah, but they can
go back.
They
Yeah,
can still poke them out and just brute force objectives like they've been doing.
Yeah, but
like
no,
they're
Gnar and
doing
Jarvan
now.
are getting tanky enough to withstand this poke.
Yeah, the Jace EQ combo does fall off if you build even the slightest amount of armor. And this looks like blue team is looking for engage, but no.
Maybe they will.
The problem with Jarvan's CC, in my opinion, is that it does lock down a target, but it doesn't CC them, so it's really strong if you're ahead. Oh, there's the engage coming in.
Oh,
with
the
this
ultimate from Orianna to
combo.
block Corki. Corki will fall. Gnar is coming in the middle of the fight.
Corki got stunned,
And-
double stunned by the Gnar.
This now got the kill, but Lissandra is really low. Maybe she will fall down too. She uses ultimate too and be interrogatable, but she will die. Again, that's 2 kills for 1. Listen, maybe for now he can go over the wall. Oh, as I
That
expected.
was a really good team fight for them. Jace is still alive though, so they can't take Baron.
As you have seen that he can't do anything against Gnar now. Gnar is too tanky for Jace, and so he's going Jarvan. Jarvan went full tank, so he really have no damage. But he just died after, and while being worth nothing. He just full tank, there's no kill, no.
Yeah, if you focus someone down who has no damage and no base damage like Jarvan, his base stats are really terrible, then yeah.
And they got Corki really quickly. He died really quickly from Jarvan going in, Orianna putting her board on Jarvan, then using her ultimate. Corki is getting caught in the ultimate. Gnar jumping in, killing Corki, and then no AD carry for the whole fight.
Now that both inhibs are up again, it looks like blue team can actually do something.
Well, now we're at a point where there's even if they're still behind in gold, they only have 7,000. Oh, maybe she will get no.
Lucian does have 3 items, just like Corki now.
He's still behind in gold, but he maybe because he has cheaper items.
Well, yeah, the static shift is a lot cheaper than Trinity Force for
Yeah,
sure.
that's true.
And I think Berserker Creeps are also cheaper than Sorc shoes, I'm not sure.
Yes, they are of 100 gold, if I remember.
I think Sorcs are 1.1k, I'm not sure.
More, that's cheaper. That's what we were sure about.
Ooh, the shock combo still chunks 1/3 of her HP from the Orianna, even though she does have an armor item.
Well, she has just a Seeker on guard. That's nothing. Even with her bow on, she has still 149 armor.
Still
But
45 armor, it's a lot.
just
And
look at
her E also
Jace.
gives her more.
Jace has 39% and 22 armor penetration. So he doesn't really care unless they have a lot of armor like Mega Gnar does. Mega Gnar is close to 200. That's really huge.
I'm not sure why she did get the void stuff so early though.
On Orianna, just to
Yeah,
make sure
because-
that she can still deal damage, because voice staff is really cheap compared to the scalp or
And I think
heavy
it's
AP items like that.
I think it's efficient if the enemy team has like 100 magic resist or something, but they don't because they
No.
have 4 carries.
Only Listen has some magic resistance from
Yeah,
his
and she's
Banshee's
not gonna
Vein.
go for him. He's all utility at this point of the game. He only has 1 damage item, so he's not really a threat.
Oh, maybe we see Lucian getting an item soon. Could be interesting to see that because the problem I have now with Tripe a good team is that Listen is not strong at all now. He's weak. That's because it's Listen. He's getting outscaled now, and Jace cannot poke the tanks anymore. They just have to put themselves in front of him and tank his damage with just an Orianna or fresh shield on them to be sure to take nothing. And Lissandra is now more she's kind of getting turning into an utility
It
champion.
looks like blue team got outroamed here, and there's a catch going down on the Morgana. Orianna still has. Oh, she
So-
already used her ultimate though. Only hit the support.
With Jace will fall, he got
A
hooked,
very
yes,
good
Jace is
counter
dead.
Oh, he's getting hit by the full combo of the Morgana and Lissandra, but he still gets out alive.
Yeah, but they got nobody's dying, and the blue team Corki got hooked. Oh my god, that's 4 killed already. Maybe Listen will fall, he has the time to jump. Gnar jumping, Gnar getting him. No, it's a nerf, and the
Oh, and he goes down
rock.
to the Q.
4 kills for nothing. Oh my god, that's a really huge throw. Now it seems that it's possible for Chip a good team to do anything. They're just getting outscaled now, and they took too long to put enough pressure, and now Kit is good. Kitty's life team comp is now getting stronger and stronger. It's a bit sad. So now they're going for Baron. This Baron is completely free, can be contested. So that's now 1 Baron for Kitty's life. They will just get closer and closer to Tripe good. Tripe, I really can't to the Tripe good team. And now they can start a bit longer to just start pushing again. It's really sad for them.
The problem I see with Tribe's team comp is that they lack a bit in the disengage department. Like they want to poke, but if the enemy team really gets onto them, then it's really difficult for them to get away. They only have like Lee Sin knockback and maybe Jace E, but it's only single target.
The problem I have with our team is now that even if Lissandra deals damage, she's more utility based on pure damage champion because she has quite low AP ratios on her spells. If you take a look, Morgana she's just a support and she's more about mid game or really late game with some kind of hard carries. But Corki isn't one. Orianna is outscaling them a bit because of her ultimate and her power of in team fight with shields and stuff. So now it seems that they're getting outscared just simply. And
I don't agree with this brutalizer on Corki at this point. I don't think this is the stage of the game where you should go for Yumus Ghostblade.
oh, why? Even if he goes for Black Cleaver, it's not a good item. Not on Corki.
Well, exactly, because he already has a flat armor shred, and he has last whisper, and his damage is
No,
mixed.
he
So
should have taken something like BT or any pure AD item, and just to at least see his magic damage scale a bit harder. Um, if you, yeah, BT would then be good. And that's basic. So because now Lucian with his build of Infinity Edge, Last Whisper, Static Shiv and Bloodthirster, if he is starting to use his basic attack, he will deal a lot of damage. While Corki is more about casting spells, and if he doesn't
Yeah.
have enough, he can't.
And
Oh,
since Lucian didn't go for Triforce this game, he actually scales better than the Corki does.
yeah. Now that Corki is close to level 18, he stops scale really well with Destiny Triforce. And he's getting for Bitter Whiter Cutlass. Yeah, it's too late, I'd say. He's not attacking a lot, not enough. He's using spares mostly.
Nara is a monster at this stage of the game, though.
Yeah,
He's disgustingly tanky. Look at his stats. This is going to be really difficult for the Tripe team to handle. And he also does a lot of damage, just because of his Hex Drinker.
and he has a
Nara
Thorn
doesn't
Mail
A lot of items to deal
to be
damage.
even more counter. And that this turret will go down, and Lissandra will.
Lissandra
Oh.
getting caught. She could have Sonya's it, but I think she would have died anyways.
Well, she could not react fast enough. And now maybe the second turret with Arthur 4, no, maybe.
Yeah, the poke does nothing anymore. You can see it. Like the Orianna has 170 armor. That's ridiculous for an AP carry.
Because she has armor per level runes. And
They're diving them now.
that's
Just
that's
getting
over,
destroyed.
that's over. They're getting
Corki can't
outscaled.
deal with this tank line. He can't deal with it at all.
They're just getting outscaled really heavy. They're heavily getting outscaled now.
And Lucian might not be the strongest late game champion because of his range, but his damage is insane at all stages of the game.
Well,
That's why he's so good.
he also made a basic ADC build, meaning that his basic attack can shred tanks while Corki can't. Now,
Essentially, his passive is like an attack speed steroid because he gets free auto attacks which can crit. It looks like they're pushing for a win here, which is
now Lissandra
really interesting.
managed to stop them by killing Lucian, but you can see that now they are ahead. They have more gold. They now have one inhibitor compared to 0. So Kitty's life is now. I know now I made a comeback. He's now trying to take the pace of the game and to control who will push, who will get pushed, and maybe they can win now.
I think it may actually have been a good idea for Jarvan to go full tank this game.
Well, it is.
He's certainly really useful at this stage. He's very tanky and he shreds armor for his team so they can do more damage, and yeah, that's it. That's all he has to do. And he's good at locking down like Morgana or Lissandra, which don't have burst mobility to get out of his ultimate, or Jace for that matter.
Yeah. And because of his jungle item, he gets also bonus health. He has plus 320 health from this item. That's really
That's
huge.
a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot of gold value you get, yeah?
Yeah. Imagine if he builds a Warmog now.
I mean, he does not get Scion levels of HP, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, but Sion, maybe he's strong too, but I would like to see a Sion in this tournament to be fun.
Me too, I love Scion, he's really fun. And late game you just run around with 6k HP and then you're like, what? You're trying to hurt me? Kill me again! Okay, there's a blue buff coming up and it seems that blue team is going to contest this.
Yeah, and they will just take it. Yeah, Oriana took
Yep.
it.
If Orianna gets the blue buff, this means they get pretty much unlimited sieging with the Orianna.
They really Tripe good can't do anything now, and Morgana got hooked and she will just die. She
Yeah,
has
he
the time
does
to
have
Zonya's,
Power
but
Glove,
she's
but
dead.
She didn't.
She's dead.
She was not able to get her ultimate off in time.
But she would have died anyway. She she just used her Zonias when between two CCs, but because her team was too far away from her,
Yep.
they couldn't help her and she died.
She tried to cut the path towards the turret, a short path, so they can siege it, but I was a bit greedy. And the
It's a
rest of the
good
team
engage from Lissandra, but they don't have enough damage. Oh, fail ultimate from
the
Oriana.
Oriana doesn't hit anything.
But you see that the team that's still going ahead from this fight is still Kitty's life. They have way
have
more
to-
damage.
They have to clear out mid lane though. As you can see, there's like huge pressure going down onto the Nexus turret. They have to give up this inhib turret.
Well, they have to give up the inhib too, and if they do, they lose the game.
Yes. They can't lose the Nexus turret because otherwise they just lose their complete. Otherwise they can't fight the other team at all. Like those two Nexus turrets are the only reason why people actually kill more than one inhib. It's just very hard to siege against two turrets at the same time.
Well, because if your turret are starting to put the aggro on one of your champions, well, it will die really quickly. And with the incoming season 5 changes, it will be really hard for champions.
It seems that Team Tripe though is taking the opportunity here to get a quick Baron.
And
stall
they will
out the
get
game
it.
a
They
bit.
will get it.
That
they-
was a really good call by them.
It will buy
Very
them some time.
opportunistic. So they did keep track of the timers, which is really important.
Will it be enough? I don't think it will. I think they are still too behind now to win unless Kitty's life is making a really huge mistake.
Well, Corki, until he has his Blade of the Ruined King, he's not gonna do a lot of damage to this Gnar.
And even if you won't. Look at Gnar's armor. Gnar, he has 245 armor, and he get even more when he's in mega form. Oh, the pose. Team Speaker.
But team comps like Tribe's team comp are the reason why I don't think AD mid laners are that great. I mean, you can see it's the Jace. He did really well. He had a lot of presence early game and mid game, but now they're really missing the AP, the sustained AP damage.
No, it's just that AD poke does not scale. Because the problem is that poke is easily destroyed by heavy resistances, but it's really easy to have hundreds and hundreds of armor, so heavy AD poke is getting outscaled really easily.
Yep. And also natural armor scaling is
Yeah.
also stronger than MR.
While if they really wanted a poke champion to scale really well into late games, they could have taken Xerath or Xerath is a really good champion for that. But now it's a bit too hard because Jace cannot do anything against Gnar and Jarvan, who are too tanky for him. Even Oriana now is able to tank his EQ combos with her shield, so he can only deal damage to Lucian. But Lucian is staying behind his team, and the whole of his 4 teammates can tank Jace poke now.
Yep, exactly. And Fresh is going to go for Frozen Heart here. He has a lot of armor as well.
Oh yeah, he already have 253.
That's a lot of tankiness.
And then he can scale it infinitely with his souls. He has 160 something souls. Yeah, he has 126 armor from his souls. That's a lot.
He doesn't get base resistances though.
Yeah, but
So
he has 13 base armor. And he gets 126 more, so he has 149 base armor now.
Yeah, that's actually a lot. I think most champions, like squishy AD carries, have like 70 to 80 base
The
armor.
lowest value is around 60, the highest is 90, if I remember.
Yeah, so he's really getting super tanky. You're actually right, and he's
Yes.
getting a lot of damage as well from from the AP he gets for
Wow,
free.
he gets 126 AP. That's not a lot of damage. That's 60 damage on his Qs, 50
And
shield,
It's
50 damage on E, and 126 damage on ultimate. It's not turning
well,
him into
you
a
can't
heavy
ignore
damage.
that. It's a lot of damage,
Yeah,
and
Well-
most of it is AOE aside from the Q.
it's more about his utility and the fact that he can't really die now. He's way too tanky. Okay, let's start again.
I think Team Tripe didn't push the advantage hard enough. They had this game.
Well, they made a mistake by trying to fight around Baron. Fredge got Lissandra, she will have a time to escape with her E.
I want to check the damage charts after this game though. I'm really interested.
Interesting, the girl. I think that the damage may be for Jace because in mid game he did a lot of damage with his poke.
I feel like the Lissandra really didn't do much damage this game. She should have more presence, but I'm going to check the charts and see if I'm right.
And that's already one more turret going down.
That was free, they could not contest this at all. They do have a good wave clear though, with the Corki, Jace and Lissandra. But unfortunately for them, Team Kite is live, does have enough tankiness to just straight up tower dive.
And they can destroy the turrets with Jace, Gnar and Orianna. Not Jace, with Gnar and Orianna. And
A few
Lucian.
flashes burned, but nothing comes out of it. That's
J-
3 flashes down for Team Tribe.
well, nothing happens.
Yeah, Jace does have a lot of damage at this point. Unfortunately for them, they don't really have a strong frontline for him
Well-
to deal his damage.
Jace could do a lot of damage if he can catch squishy champions or just fight in 1v1. But no 1v1 happens now. So he can't do anything. So just trying to engage, she
Oh, there's an engage.
really good engage, but she doesn't have enough damage. Now is her blue team is running back on the red team. Cocky got cocked by Orianna, the team may fall from them. But yes, Jace got
Orianna
Orianna,
going
but Lucian do get a kill on this team. They will get Lissandra too. Morgana is around trying to
Lucian
get
just did
something.
ridiculous damage.
No, that's over. And the hook now.
Yeah, bot lane's pushing, so this might be game. Lucian is ignoring the Jace, he's just going straight for the turret.
Well, he's right to do so. Because Jace could just kill him in 1v1.
Oh, this is risky. Oh, he dashes away, really good by him. Jace
Yeah,
didn't
good
have the
job.
flash to follow up. And this is
And
GG.
now the game is over. 48 minutes. GG.
Well played to both teams. Kite is live wins this with the 0-1.